Oh yeah, that's true, man. That's a horrible job. It's like working like if you're doing MMA, you be like,
Yeah,
holy shit, yeah. How's your day going? It's like, yeah, it's great. I'm gonna get beaten by a real big guy, like several times in the face. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that's like the worst day at work ever. It's like every day you go up and get beaten in your face. It's like, yeah,
mm,
perfect. What a beautiful job I have.
beautiful day.
Yeah. And we just like there's no real structure. I have a couple of like where we are supposed to head with this
Yeah.
discussion, but otherwise it's just you and me having a good time. I got 2 beers here.
Mm-hmm.
I even got whiskey. My wife and
Oh.
kids are away at a
Mm-hmm.
friend's house. And I thought we go through the AMA. We go through a little bit Jubi, how your content creation is going. I will be open for questions if you have, like what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And generally just talk, have a good time, call it like a great evening with two buddies, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got finally again. I actually finally started doing this podcast. I might actually continue, depending on how good, how fun this is. But we got Jubileus here, one guy that I thought was really really funny in the beginning. You started with YouTube, and I contacted you, and we have been interacting ever since. I have looked at everything you've done.
Yeah. It feels amazing. I remember also like was it like a year ago when I started to do videos and I was sharing them in Facebook, in the Eve Echoes Facebook,
Yeah.
and I was looking who is typing or talking in there and kind of looking for like what type of person. And I saw Sheev there, and he always was polite and replying. And then I was like, I'll send you a message and let's talk. And then you replied, and then we had a lot of talking and was asking about YouTube stuff. And yeah, it was a good stuff. And you gave me support. That's a lot because like no other person in the beginning kind of took me seriously or didn't see the potential what can be in this Jubi project what I've been doing.
I think it's normal. I had the same beginning. Uh, there was no one in the beginning that kind of took me under their wings. So when you start this, most of the time, I think everyone is doing everything alone. And when I saw that you messaged me back then, I felt like I have some knowledge. I can maybe give that to you, and hopefully you can advance faster than I did, or something like that, I guess. And it's
Yeah,
always good to help people. I really enjoy helping people, and I'm really happy. And it warms my heart when you say that I was a very helpful and friendly guy, which I hope that I am.
yeah, yeah. You're not an asshole.
Oh,
That's
that's
for
yeah.
sure.
Well, I'm not that friendly, but I'm not an asshole, so we
Yeah,
got that pointed out.
maybe
Okay.
if we play PvP, if you're like my opponent, then you're like smack talking and shooting and probably killing me in the end. Then I'm
Yeah,
like, oh man,
I actually might actually do that. Yeah, that's true.
I'm like a real
Uh,
beast.
it's gonna be a short fight though.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll be out of the game really quick. No, I'm kidding. But
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, we had some really cool fights in the game. Now I mostly do solo PvP. I do small roams at times. I haven't done it in a long time again. But you mostly do a big fleets PvP with hundreds, like 300 people.
Yeah,
And I did that in EVE Online, so I know how it is. But the war that you guys had has ended, right?
yeah. It was over 1 year long war with Razzle Dazzle, and it started. I don't remember the dates, but like over a year ago. And we made this crab company, which had a lot of different alliances come together, and fight. And then in some point the crab company changed. Then we were Hungry Hippos, which was kind of the same, but the name changed. And then after a while it was only packed coalition against Razzle Dazzle, and that was when we were mostly defending void space and allies. And yeah, it was a very tough fight and lots of like going back and forth. You can't say who is winning and losing it. It was like everyone was fighting for a long time, and like in the end I was never like tired or like oh man, I wish this war will end. I was like, let's like eternal war, it's good. Like I was so delighted. I made 90 videos in total from this war alone.
I was gonna ask you how many videos you made, because they keep popping up, and I do have questions about the videos now. As we talked about, like I would like to help you improve yourself, and that's pretty much. I feel like that even now, and it's not like I want to change anything that you do. I just have a question, and we all do like content differently. And the way when I watch your videos, I do understand everything that I watch, because I know the game that good, as most people do. But some people don't understand that. And when you see a fight with just dots, right, and you don't really understand, I thought, why don't you narrate the fights? I think I talked to you about this before. Like, why don't you talk about what's happening? Just through my PvP videos, when I do them, I often either I zoom in, or I use sounds or music to make everyone understand that, oh, something really cool happened here, if they didn't understand it. And other videos that I have, I talk about what happened. I maybe pause the video and I say, this is what that guy is doing, this is what I'm doing. So now, I play the video again and I explain. So is that something that you would like to do, or is that something you feel is not your thing?
I would like to do it, but I'm just like a line pilot, basic trooper in the squads, and like it's the fleet commanders who do all the tactics and strategy, and I'm
definitely.
I'm just waiting for kind of orders. What should I do? And then I do it the best I can and film the videos. And so most of the time I don't have any idea what's happening myself. I'm just in mosh pit and fucking grinding my teeth and shooting stuff. And like, I try to zoom in to like, there's a lot of people or ships exploding. Then I try to have the music what I use, so the music kind of tells a story. It's like an orchestra or something like. And I don't know. Many people have asked that, can I do commentaries? But
they have.
But then I should kind of interview the fleet commanders and maybe tell some. Because the fleet doctrines, the ships, the fittings and tactics are kind of secret and top secret, and sometimes I've been asked to kind of blur the fittings or the chat screen, or kind of almost to blur everything basically. So I don't have any locations or stuff, so it's sometimes difficult, but I try my best and kind of tell a story from how Jubi experienced these big fights, and
I do understand. I never said it was gonna be easy, and talk.
I've been thinking.
Yeah, I mean, generally making videos and do talk over it. It's for me that's really hard. I usually record it as I play the game, but if I make, for example, like a help video, then I of course dub it over, right? And I use the images that I need for the certain sentences that I say, and yeah, of course, it might be really hard to, but like, I think maybe you could, maybe you need help with, yeah, yeah, talking about like what's going on. But that's
Yeah, it's
just,
usually
it's an idea that I
takes more
had.
time. Yeah, it can be done, but then it can be like the fleet commander doesn't have time to explain or say how it was, and
Yeah,
then I could
probably.
kind of takes a few more extra days to kind of collect the information
You
and
you know what you
then
could do?
do it.
This is like, my brain is really weird, but this is what I would have done if I don't know like what the fight is. I would probably just like look through my footage after some fun stuff. Like if I see someone loot something, I would just put that as something interesting. So when I record, I talk over, I use that as something to, and this guy picks this one up because something, 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 and a
Yeah,
funny joke. And you could do something like that. It's actually not related to the fight. It's just a funny commentary. That could be fun.
yeah, yeah. I usually kind of, if there's a PvP video, then I kind of blast the music like super loud that you
Yeah,
can put your volumes up at home and blow up your
true.
windows and everything, and then you're like, oh yeah, what a concert.
Yeah, true.
Explosions and everything, and kind of and I've noticed that a lot of people, they do videos and they put like the video in super high speed, like 12 times speed. Then it's like dots that are just shaking and
Yeah, like
very hard
ants.
to understand.
Yeah,
So I usually do that. I found this funny that when I'm shooting something, like my guns are cycling, then I put the video at normal speed, and otherwise it's kind of in double speed.
yeah,
Because yeah, I was talking to, I don't, it's my friend who makes also videos, but he does like VR games, and he was like, why don't you do videos in normal speed? He does always just normal speed his
yeah,
videos, and
yeah,
because we always feel like if you look like Eve echoes in normal speed, it feels kind of slow, like
yeah. It
slow
does.
motion almost. But when you're shooting and stuff, then I think it's slow motion or normal speed is kind of cool thing to have. Like
Yeah.
in the action movies, you always have like slow motion Rambo shooting, and
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, the when you're moving into position, that could be, fast forward, and as stuff happens, it's in normal speed. So yeah, I think it's a good idea. I like it. I've seen it too. I've noticed it.
and I usually like to have I display my fittings. So if we have like new members or new players, then they kind of look at what buttons I'm pressing in what situation. Kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
Yeah, I've been so much in those fleet PvP. It's almost like animal instinct what I do. I kind of,
you need it.
yeah, I've done it so much that the buttons feel like natural. I don't kind of think what I'm pressing. I'm like pressing this because I need this right now, and kind of, you know, I'm very used to the ships what I use, and sometimes it's hard to kind of take a new ship for a ride. Then I like feel weird, you know.
It is.
What
It
does,
is weird,
yeah,
and this is why the game is, in my opinion, so good because, as you say, most of the like when I do PvP, I don't actually think about what I'm pressing. I just know that I would like to have a result in whatever I do, and my brain capacity is not, I cannot put my limited capacity of brain to think about like what stuff I'm gonna be activating on the ship for my ship to work, because my ship
yeah,
works in one way and I know exactly what to do with it, and I know what
yeah,
it's capable of, and I know that my repairer, it repairs me 3100 damage. So when I notice that I get that, that type of hit, I know that, okay, so this is one cycle pretty much, and I have that in my head. So I think about that stuff, and I think about what is he doing, like what kind of guns is he using, or because just because he's flying an APOC, he doesn't, have to use lasers. He can use whatever. And what kind of modules he have, what is he doing? Is he orbiting? Like, what would his preferred distance be in PvP, and what would mine be? So I need to think about all of that. I cannot think about, like, should I activate my Weber now? The fight is too quick for me, because I have to think about, I can't think about my stuff because, oh, sorry. I have to think about my stuff. I can't think about the APOC stuff. So that's why this, having this, like, kind of muscle memory is really important in this game. And as soon as you like want to fly on a different ship, like, for example, a Typhoon 2, then it's different. Everything is a little bit different. You boost a little bit less. You have a little bit less capacitor, but you boost faster, and everything, you have to know that to have it in your fingers.
Yeah, exactly. And I have, like, I use ships what kind of required for a certain type of mission. Like, if we attack something, I need to go fast, and if we camp a gate, then speed is not very important, and I can use the Epoch Striker as well.
Yeah.
And that's a very good ship. I like it also, but
it is a good ship.
always, the only thing I don't like it's a bit too slow. Kinda, it can't go 2K ms speed.
Yeah, it can't. It can't. Well, it probably can if you work on it, but I don't. It's not the
you
main
need
thing.
to
No.
have the Dark Halo Nanocore, then you can fly it like that. But it's the Nanocores also kinda what you have, and
yeah, it sure is. Do you have a ton of Nanocores?
Actually, I don't, because
you don't?
I have this. When you're an official content creator, and they give me the Duo Omega per month, but there's a small problem because I don't get the compressed nanites what you get to exchange nanocores usually, because it's a store purchase.
It is.
activates that thing, and I don't need to purchase anything from the store, so it automatically, I get more game time, but I don't get the nanites. So I have nanocores, but I can't exchange for the types what I would like to have, and sometimes it's kind of very frustrating, and I'm like, why can't you just buy those compressed nanites with Plex or something, because this is a weird situation. And
I agree.
I do have, like, alt accounts as well. I play with 3 accounts usually, and like the other accounts I normally buy Omega, and those can exchange. But this my main YouTube Jubileus, he can't, because he is sponsored by NetEase Games, and no nanites for me.
Yeah.
And
are you still official content creator? Didn't they kick, like, most of them?
Yeah, there was kind of a scandal, or we should say a Randall scandal.
A Randall scandal.
It went kind of out of control, the thing, and eventually I think Rambo, Heron Explorer, and Damon Xell got banned from the content creator program.
I heard about it.
And it's kind of interesting story, and Rambo was thinking to write a book about it.
A book?
And
wow.
Yeah, a book. And I was thinking, like, I don't want to spoil what he's going to make, and kind of, there's been a few shows and videos about the whole thing. If you want to look, there's Damon's video, and Rambo and Taylor's Echoes of New Eden. And they sometimes talk about it, what's happening, and
Yeah.
very shame. I think like, okay, if you get like this argument or things starting to go downhill, you should have like a civilized conversation with everyone and kind of explain that please stop what you're doing because you will get kicked if you continue, and kind of give a warning and explain how serious this situation is, to kind of save the not going so far to kick people out of the program. But still,
Agree. Yeah.
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 So
Well.
I'm
Yeah.
one of the few surviving content creators in the program.
Oh, and I'm happy for you. You're the biggest one then. I'm really happy that I'm not a YouTube like a official Eve Echoes content creator. I'm so happy because I don't have these
Mm,
issues. I can do whatever I want still. Um,
yeah,
so yeah, it didn't
but you
bother me at
haven't.
all. But yeah, I felt it was a really bad thing to happen to the
Yeah,
people who
uh,
do things for the game.
yeah. I don't know uh, how and what the details were, why they were, and how they are doing right now.
Yeah,
But still, it feels strange. But you know,
sure is.
and I'm not the biggest content creator, because it's kind of weird that we have uh, virtual RPG, if I said right. Then we have Gengar also,
Yeah,
and a lot of people, but they never talk anything in the content creator chat, which is like the chat for the content creators, and
yeah,
things like they do their own stuff and never talk to anyone. And then there was Rambo Taylor. Taylor is still in the program, but yeah, we kind of, I think like if you have people who talk, then it's possible to do kind of teamwork, join their shows, and kind of promote each other and help out. And I think that is like we should be more like a team and do stuff together to kind of improve the feeling of Eve Echoes, like we're doing shows and stuff.
yeah. How may I ask? How's the time management between your real life and Eve Echoes?
Oh boy, I play every day almost, and it's a kind of, but I enjoy the playing the game. Some people might say I have some kind of problem because I do this every day and many hours possibly, and but still I enjoy myself, and because this is a mobile game, I can walk and do stuff with my iPad and don't need to kind of sit on a PC, and you know you can't go anywhere and do stuff, or you know so I think this is a good game and I enjoy it very much.
Yeah,
But
it's a
yeah,
it's a good game with a bunch of freedom. Um, I
but there is also, I've been thinking like I want to play other games. I would like to try and play something, but then I'm like, it will take the time out of this Eve Echoes, and I'm kind of doing videos from this game, and this game is a lot of grind. You need a lot of money and ISK to upgrade your ships and nanocores, and
yeah,
it might take like months or years if I want to kind of show something different, or you know I can't do AI ratting videos from my Balgorn, like all many like 10 videos about the same ship, because it gets boring.
yeah,
But
of
then
course.
it's very hard to kind of change a ship suddenly. Like I would like to use a Macarial and have the golden nanocore on that and the upgrades, and it's just not possible to kind of swap and change and show all the new things you know
Yeah, I think I saw your question about swapping it. You want us to be able to change the nanocores um, easier than we have today, or is it only the golden nanocores you're talking about?
Actually, that was Vetamune's question.
Oh, it was Vetamune's.
I
Okay.
yeah, because I was like telling many people got very upset about not getting into the AMA, and I
Yeah.
was like asking people if like I can ask your question because you did not make it, and kind of we're a team and someone can deliver the payload
Yeah.
from our team and
That
have
was
the
very nice of you.
yeah, and that was what I was thinking, like if I could not go and was not chosen, and I had a feeling that I will not be chosen for this because like there's a lot of more people with more influence, more followers, more subscribers, like who is this Jubileus guy, kinda. But then suddenly I got in and I was like, whoa, that's weird,
Well,
amazing, like
yeah, you're famous, man.
mm,
NetEase knows you. But yeah, we are going to talk about AMA. We're gonna go through all the questions. We were gonna
I
go
hope
through
I
all the
remember them all.
answers. I have them here, so don't worry. We're gonna go through what I think about it, what do you think about it, and
Yeah,
that's gonna be one of the main things that we do. But before we go to that, let me just think. Where was I?
we go to a commercial.
We go to commercial. There's no one
No.
sponsoring this shit.
It's
Dude, I got I got
Yubi's fan club
yeah.
appreciates your work. Go
Oh,
look at
thank you.
Sheev.
Yeah. Thank you, Jubi. You're supporting me. But
Yeah.
I've actually got what, like five mails so far from game developers. And I recently
Ooh.
made a game, like I made a video of a game that I really liked for one of them. But the other four is like, dude, it's so much crap. It's like, do you want to support this game? And I'm like, yeah, let me look at it. And I'm like, I cannot support this shit. Are you kidding me? But you get money. It's like, not enough. It's like, no.
Oh,
If
boy.
it's good, if it's good, then it's good. If it's not good, then I will be a millionaire before I do something, weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thank you so much for supporting my channel for free, which is awesome. I take it.
Yeah.
I'm working on a like a solo podcast thing where I talk about how lonely I kind of feel, and I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but it is a lonely life to be a creator of YouTube, because I don't really actually hang with my friends anymore. I of course do my stuff for the family and for my kids, but as soon as I have time to play some games, I sit down here and I write my scripts, or I do my research, or whatever I do. And when all that is done and I turn off the PC at night and I'd be like, yeah, now I have some free time, I think I go to bed and get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I kind of feel, a little bit lonely. It's weird. It's really weird.
You need to send messages to Yubi sometime, and
yeah,
I can talk. Yeah.
yeah,
Because
I really enjoy it.
I also kind of, when I started this, we had the COVID virus thing going on, and like basically everyone was kind of locked down and sitting at home and not seeing each other. And then I was kind of thinking how, and the loneliness feeling, and do you need friends? And then I started to do these videos, and then I made the fan club, and then I kind of started to talk with people playing Eve Echoes a lot, and kind of I feel like my friends play Eve Echoes, and when we do fleet fights, I come to the voice chats, and we're like, hello Yubi, how you doing? And I'm like meeting everyone and saying like, yeah, I'm back today, we're filming this video, and do your best and no stress. It's a kind of, I always say that Eve Echoes is very social game when you start to do this fleet PvP stuff, and you meet people from different countries and talk about stuff, and all sorts, and I try to be kind of a very positive guy, so I can talk to how do some people say we have enemies in Eve Echoes, and sometimes enemies don't like each other, but I'm always like positive and saying good fight, that was a cool maneuver, and whatever, sometimes we lose and sometimes we win, and I'm not like always doing like we always win and I'm always kidding kind of videos. I make it like that was the truth, that is how it went.
Yeah. It
And
doesn't hurt to say good
yeah,
fight.
no,
It's easy.
it's like, yeah, I think more like this PvP should be more like a sport, you know, like you shake hands and have respect for the opponent, and you fight and do stuff, and someone
Yeah.
wins, and after that you talk and you're like no problem. And that's why I did the Jubileus fan club, that anyone can join and any player can come, and we have the duo giveaways, and sponsored by Eve Echoes content creator program. And yeah, a lot of talking, and I do most of the moderation in there, but you can speak kind of freely. But if you start to bully someone or things, then I come there and say something about real life, and probably feel stupid and thinking like, yeah, I was maybe a bit rude, and
Yeah.
that's not appropriate to ask.
Yeah. So bullying. This got me thinking about a year ago, someone came on to me quite aggressive, and I noticed that he had the intention of being mean to me, and he said something along the line of uh, you do know that YouTube will not work for you. And I think actually this is a conversation in one of my videos. I don't know, so it should be in the comments. But after I explained like why I started, he kept on saying like, well, everyone fails, to 99% or 9999 or whatever. Who tries? Everyone fails. So it's just you're just wasting your time, brother. And I told him that something like I have fun doing it. I also told him that failing is not an issue for me, and that you can lose when not even doing anything. So you can lose when you do boring things or daily things. So why not try to do something you like? And try to push yourself to not fail, because failing is the same. Even if you do something bad or something that everyone else does, you can still fail, you know, in any
Yeah.
situation. So anyway, he said something like, "Good luck," and I said, "Well, you might not support me, and it's fine, but I will always support you if you need my help." And then he replied with, I think it was like a smile or something. And I think that conversation could not end better, because he realized that, talking shit didn't work, and I still, was going to help him if he needed to. And yeah, didn't hear anything else. I think everything went fine.
Yeah.
But there are
And
people like that. So, and you meet those.
yeah, sometimes. And but for me, it's kind of normal, because like I used to work in security business, and most of the time the clients what I meet, they're not the most nicest person, and they like talk negative things right away and threaten you and do stuff, and I'm like, I don't take it personally or feel like, if that person is talking something bad, I think he has a bad feeling about himself, like his life is not going well. And if you try to kind of spin it to a positive way, kind of say to him like something like, do you like free Duo Omega, then he suddenly kind of stops doing anything, and it's like, what do you mean? Then I'm like, yeah, I do the giveaways every week in my fan club, and you can share me your screenshots and participate in that. Then he's like, are you for real? And then I'm like, yeah, I'm a real official content creator in Eve Echoes. Like, I have in the endorsed media, you can see I post the videos, and and then suddenly he realizes that I'm a nice guy, that I want to kind of give him free stuff, even though he was kind of rude or weird kind of in the start. And that's how I usually make friends, kind of like spin a positive way right away. Like sometimes I actually have this funny story about a pilot. She's called Mia, and at the time she liked to use Astero with the bombard tactics, so basically insta-kill stuff. And I did not know about it, and she was roaming at my place, and then I was like, I will go with my Daredevil. And you have been fighting my Daredevil, I think. It was so. We made a video one time, and it was pretty tough Daredevil. And I engage the Astero. I was thinking like, okay, he's probably an explorer and he's lost and sitting at the gate scanning, Then I just suddenly engage, go to brawl, and I have like 1k DPS on that Daredevil, and I shot him a few times. She went to armor. Then suddenly the drones come out and I die instantly, like one shot instant death when the drones came out. Then I was like confused, like what happened? Like that was very fast. And then Mia was like sending me DMs like, oh, did you film that for YouTube? Do you want to take another round? And I was like, that thing is too powerful. I don't have anything to deal with it right now. And I was like, I'll just avoid you. I can't win. Like, and like first was kind of like that, but then I was talking, and then it went to positive, and now me and Mia are friends, and she's in the fan club, and she also kind of she was in Blink Fleet, and Blink Fleet is like a fleet that any player can join. It's and I sometimes go there, and Mia is a Astero pilot in Blink Fleet, and she was my trainer also. Like I was like, now you train me to fly Astero like you do, because you killed me, and I was impressed. And then Mia told that she has 999 kill marks on the Astero.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and after that I was like telling everyone that my Astero trainer has so many kill marks that they don't fit on the ship hull anymore. And then everyone is like, okay, that pilot is very good, and they take me seriously because I'm trained by the best. And and I don't have so many kill marks on the Astero, and I do sometimes use it, but not so often. I'm kind of more focused now to cannons and lasers.
Yeah, got it. All right. Should we talk a little bit about the AMA?
Yeah.
Are you up for that?
Go ahead.
So Friday, March 29, there was a scheduled special AMA. It was not as expected. It was tight and short, and there was some great news to look forward to. So can you tell me how it was? Like, how did the questioning work before we go into it?
Okay, like first we got we got a new manager for the content creator program, and I don't know, is she a he or she? So her name is Cat, and she has like a woman anime, so I will say she is a she now.
Let's call her a she.
Yeah, so Cat is our new manager, and was very very good. Like I like she has like this good energy, and then was like, yeah, we have this thing, and I'm selected. And then I was like, I usually like to plan and think a lot, like ahead of things. Then I started to think, like I asked, how many people do we have? Then she said, we have 5 people. We have 2 players that win the event to ask, and then we have 2 content creators and 1 moderator. So we have like 5 minutes per person to ask questions. So this was the first information what I got, and I was like starting to think how the show will go, because like if we have 5 people and you don't know who is asking what questions, so basically the other guy who is like after the first guy, he might have the same questions, and then he will look stupid in the show, and he didn't prepare like backup questions, or so I said to Kat that we need to make a team chat or like a group chat, so we can talk before and show the questions like before the show, basically, so we know who is asking what. And we had like everyone had like different questions, and then I was thinking like we have 5 minutes, so it's maybe like 2 or 3 questions per guy or person in 5 minutes. I think
Yeah.
sounds good. And okay, everyone was good. We kind of know who is asking what, and like one player cancelled, he could not come, and we had 4 people. And okay, then the player, he was first, and suddenly he put 9 questions, like right in the start.
Yeah.
And we only knew that he had 3 questions. So basically the whole 25 minutes went straight away to the 9 questions what were first. And then there was Mario, and Mario, he's content creator, but he doesn't do videos. He does the Killbot and other programs we enjoy, what are kind of helping to play Eve
Yeah.
Echoes. And he had 4 questions. And then we have Nina. Nina is a moderator in the Eve Echoes official, and she had 4 questions. And I was the last guy kind of in the thing. And then after Nina had her questions, then suddenly our manager started to say, okay, we're running out of time, and the show is now ending, and blah blah. And then Mario was like, come on, please answer Jubi's questions. Like I made a video for that, and everything kind
Yeah.
of was I made the suggestion that we make this team and negotiate the questions before and try to plan it smoothly. And then the manager sent me a DM that, sorry, we ran out of time. And I was kind of feeling like, disappointed. But then suddenly small devil horns grow out of my head, and I was like, I'll put my questions anyway, like in the chat place where we
Yeah.
can. And I put them anyway. And then the developer, I think I haven't met him, but his name is Cloud. And he had respect for Jubi, and he answered all my questions. I had 8 questions in total, because I was thinking like, well, the first guy, he's a player, and he's not like a content creator, or and he has 9 questions, and the rest of us has 3. So I was like burying the show. I was like adding more questions to my questions.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have now 8 questions, and then I'm like, that's good. Let's put it
Yeah.
out. And there was your question, Vetamunes, and from the fan club, I chosen what my fans wanted to ask, and I made a YouTube video before the show or this AMA, and people put comments in the YouTube channel, and then I select the best ones, and yeah,
And
I
all
think
your
it was good.
questions, yeah, all your questions got answered at the end,
Yeah,
which was
at the
amazing.
end, yeah, we went overtime, and like
Good.
the show was kind of over, but still the developer was like he still continued and wanted to answer every question, and that was really good. I
Yeah.
was very disappointed, like, oh, sorry, we ran out of time, and I've been waiting there like for hours, and not getting a chance to ask, and then I asked anyway, and got it done. Mission complete.
Amazing.
And yeah.
So before we go through all the questions, I will read all the questions. I will read the answers, like we go through the answers. I just want to say that I will be starting a CCC event. It's Catch a Content Creator. It kind of sounds like it's a big thing. It might be, but so far it's just me trying to escape everyone else in a stabbed ship. I'm gonna fly a Macario, and last hit, the person who does the last hit and the most damage will win prizes. So I think that this will be a recurring event, just like my Nanocore competition, and my Nanocore competition is gonna be back. But I just wanted to say that I'm gonna have 2 competitions going. I'm not sure when it's gonna start. I need to fix the PC because the PC is acting up really bad. But as soon as I get that working again perfectly, I might have to reinstall everything one more time. But then we can actually start having these competitions, and people can join and they can win some good money. I mean, a billion is still a billion, or if you get a striker ship, it's always good. And
Super
all you have to do.
capital prizes.
Super capital price. Yeah, I'm still making money through market. I cannot give away everything I own, so I still have
I understand.
I still have much stuff. But yeah, I still have so much stuff that I feel like it's time to give away again because I'm getting too much stuff. So it's time to give back to the people. But let's go through the questions. I will read everything, and then we just go through all the answers so that we see what kind of new next year we're gonna have in this game, or 2024. So the first player who had his questions was RMC. He asked, can we expect to see wormholes to make an appearance in Eve Echoes? And if so, would they come with a similar mechanics that's seen in Eve Online, i.e. classes, restrictions of mass, and pretty much like in Eve Online? Are we gonna see those? He also asks if we're gonna see ice mining in Eve Echoes for like future fuel maybe structure. Pretty much have that question about ice. He also asks about if they are considering to adding Triglavians to Eve Echoes. He's asking if they will add Covered Ops Cloak to the Venture 4. We all know that would be really nice. He asks about Titans, if we can expect them soon. He asks about if the Beaver mod for the Orca is heavily overpriced, like he's claiming it is. And has the porpoise been considered with a similar module that may be cheaper? He asks about if it's possible for low-sec corporations to anchor citadels in low-sec. And let me see. That was all of his questions. No, here. Ship hangars and fleet hangars on the Orca, Rockwall, and the Porpoise. Could these be introduced for the fleet mining ops? He thinks that Jettison can be very messy, so he would like to have that. Also, the 9th question is interdiction nullifier would this be considered for fitting to certain ships, i.e. haulers, so that we can counter gate camps more efficiently? Sorry for my bad English, but the answers here is first about the wormholes, restricted mass rolling too close. Hold on. I don't really understand this answer actually, but they talking about. Hold on, I have to open up this next one here. I think. Where is it? I'm trying to navigate through whatever you posted here. Oh, I can't see that. So.
Are you reading the screenshots?
Yep, I am. So restricting mass, rolling too close. This mechanic is a bug, and when aided by tools, makes wormholes act like. Yeah, I can't really actually understand that answer. Do you remember the answer?
Kinda, but.
Are we gonna get wormholes? That's the question.
No, not
no.
recently.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's because
yeah.
Cloud answered that because like they have like some kind of issues to do it, and I have this feeling that a wormhole could be kind of not work with Eve Echoes right now, but I think we will see something similar maybe, but you never know. But not right now.
Yeah, I just got it up here, but yeah, they have not solved that problem, so we will not see wormholes in the short term. Instead, they will prioritize adjusting the gameplay in Cobalt Edge, which has certain similarities with it. It does have, but it's not really wormholes, right? But no. Okay. Ice mining. Let me see. So I don't actually understand how this is like. How I'm supposed to click on all this to get it right. Not that one. Okay, so this one is.
I think he said ice mining is coming.
Yeah, but there was something else.
Because ice mining, I did it in Eve Online a lot, and that is used to make fuel.
Yeah.
And fuel in Eve Echoes we get like straight from the planet's resources, like planet harvesting. So that whole fuel manufacturing process is missing in Eve Echoes, kind of where you use the ice to make the fuel and use stuff. So I don't know what are you going to do with that ice in Eve Echoes. So that's kind of I don't know what you gonna manufacturers do with the ice kind of in this point. So it's coming, but I don't know what you do with it. And it's going to be different for sure.
Yeah, I think they also talk about moon mining, and well, we'll get to that later, I guess. The third question was Triglavians. Is it gonna be in the game? And they say it's possible, but not a high priority. They will update. Yeah, they will update most of the Janjang and the Concorde ship first. So we actually have a hint of getting more Concorde ships.
Yeah, it's funny that I found a picture of Triglavian ship in Eve Echoes.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it's actually in the tutorial missions.
Oh, yeah.
There is this Triglavian art. I don't remember. Was it like in the advanced? Not advanced. I'm trying to click it.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I remember. I made a video of it too.
Yeah. So I have this strong feeling that Triglavians are coming to Eve Echoes also, but very different from what they are in Eve Online.
They will most likely be different.
Yeah, because they had the weapons that kind of ramp up when they shoot for longer. It's like a laser beam that gets stronger, and we have this focus crystal implant, which
it's
does
the same. It's the same idea.
Yeah. So they maybe do something different in here.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna do something different. And I thought disintegrate, like they don't have the disintegrator, right? That's the Janjang. Have the disintegrators, right?
The Janjan, they have decomposer.
Oh, decomposers. Dude, have you
Yeah.
ever flown one of those? I have the weapons, I have everything stocked up, but I don't know shit about them. So
I did try, like in the beginning, I used the prototype. Was it the Can You ship? And
I don't even know. Can you not? I don't know. No
can you?
idea.
And
Yeah.
then I was kind of using it, and then I started to think like, there's like 2 ships of Can You in the game, and kind of very limited. And then I started to use railguns because railguns have the most ships in the game. You can use Caldari and
Yeah.
Galente ships, so you have like a lot of versatility in there. And kind of forgot about the Can You very fast. They're like trophy ships, like museum stuff.
Trophy? I thought you said troll fit, like troll ships.
Not
But yeah.
okay. They're troll ships also.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, okay. So Cloud also says that they are working on sleepers and drones. So or drones actually. So they will give us the Concorde ships, and those are going to be free by playing. That's what I read. It's gonna pop up later, but it's not gonna be something you buy. It might be something that you have to do, like when you got the first. Was it the pacifier, or was it the first Concorde ship that you got? You got it from Project Science. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Project Discovery.
Yeah, Discovery. Yeah, so it might be something like that. You have to do a bunch of really boring stuff, and then you get it.
I tried that Discovery project, and I was like, God damn, I can't do it. But
I did it. I couldn't stop it. I was like, dude, I did half of it. I'm almost crazy right now. So if I do rest, I just get that fucking ship. So at least I got it. But yeah. Anyway, the question 4, Venture 4, they like if it's gonna have a covered up cloak, and they say that maybe an improved Venture based on Venture 4. So they might actually release another Venture, as well as a bunch of other ships, because they keep saying that they have a lot more ships in plan, and not even considering Titans. They are talking about smaller ships. This year is going to be the year for smaller ships, basically. That's what everything is gonna come down to, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's actually, like later, when you look from the questions, in some point Cloud also says, because I had a question about the ship tree, that it has we have ships in the market that are not in the ship tree. And when are they going to add those? And then I don't remember how Cloud said, but I feel like he said that they will decrease the amount of ships
in the ship tree. In the ship tree.
In the ship tree, but not in the game.
No, not in the game necessarily.
Yeah, I was thinking they will delete all the noob ships, and we have only D10 ships, and
that would be fine.
And no level restrictions at all, and
or they could put a mid slot on every noob ship, and then we could actually use it for something. That would be nice. I mean, I would love to make PvP videos in the worst chips ever, but I mean, I do need a scrambler on it. I can't threaten people to stay. It's like, it's for a movie. Do not warp, damn it. It's not gonna work.
Everyone has the warp stab rigs, and
everyone have like one warp stab.
Yeah, you need like 3 scrams at least.
Yeah. I mean, I talked about my CCC event, catch a content creator. Dude, that sounds like Catch a Predator. I need to change that name, or maybe I shouldn't, because it's weird. But and I took my Macario, which has a death core, and it's not really upgraded. It's not like I put too much ISK on it, but I have like 21 strength.
Ooh.
So I mean, it's not gonna be really easy, but yeah.
Yeah, you're like slippery.
I'm really slippery, but I'm not like I have posted on my channel like the rules I have. I am not, able to boost my shield up. So I will have shield extenders, but I would not be able to get more shield than I have basically. So I will always go down a little bit, a little by little. But anyway, okay.
And
Yeah.
then you have the needle jack, and you can suddenly
I just woof
evacuate.
away. Yeah, I just leave. Yeah, I have ideas, man. But you cannot use it if you're in combat. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Number 5, Titans. The answer is Titans has many special combat and strategy features that have not yet been completed and will not be launched before August, so maybe not even in August. They also requires, and this was interesting, support from a Fortisar and a Keepstar. So there's no final launch date yet. Now a Fortisar and a Keepstar is really big citadels.
Yeah.
So those are coming.
Yeah, I sometimes watch EVE online videos, and I think the Keepstar is like the biggest thing what you can have. And
no, there's one even bigger. I think it's called Palpatine or Palpatine Keepstar. Palpine. Yeah, it's even bigger. It's not been built in EVE Online yet, so probably never gonna be.
We have this kind of weird, this T4 Citadel, and it's so strange.
It is
kind of.
I kind of like it. I would rather have different citadels than levels, but it is what it is. I think it's I don't know. I don't actually work with them, so.
Yeah, the hitbox is very weird because like when you undock, you're like 25 kilometers away, and if you try to orbit it like with short range weapons to be like 6 kilometers,
yeah,
it's still kind of, you will miss the building, but you're like inside the building.
Yeah,
and it's very weird to shoot those things.
Yeah, maybe they didn't think about that.
No.
We are orbiting the center, and the station is bigger than our orbit. But yeah, that's what I did in the beginning, like in the PvP when we had smaller ships. Well, I did it actually in battleships too, but I tried to lead or like trick people into getting stuck in the stations as I PvP.
Oh boy.
And then I could web them, and they were stuck, and then they died. Really nice,
Yeah.
really easy.
You use that as a trick.
Yeah, even gates and everything. So if I could I see where they how they orbit, and I move in a weird direction, but it's just because their orbit is gonna get caught in it unless they change it. Most people do. Most people change.
A weird trick, what I think sometimes can be good, like if you're fighting in the sun, and you kind of make the opponent look at the sun and make his eyes blind, and you can win. Get a strategic advantage because the opponent can't focus and see you.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, question 6. It was the beaver mod for the orca was very expensive, right? And are we gonna get it for the porpoise? And they say
that's crazy.
Yeah, they say if we think the price of an item is cheap after analysis, we will use 2 methods to change it. One is buff the attributes to make it worthwhile, which they have mostly done, actually. The second one is adjust its blueprint requirements, but this is a long process, and that's why they do the number 1. Pilots' assets needs to maintain their value over a long period of time unless number of people is affected, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they're basically just, it's really expensive to build, well, we'll make it better, which in itself is not bad, but everything gets exponentially better, and the damage gets exponentially higher. So, and this is a problem that they actually talk about later on here, that they're gonna focus not on damage this year, they're gonna focus on defense, but we'll get to that. The second question, question 7 is, let me see. Oh, low 6 citadels, right? Where is Yeah, maybe the Fortisar is a suitable one for this role, but we haven't determined that yet. So they're thinking about it, but yeah, we don't really know about it. I'm not sure who would place a Citadel in low sec because that's just gonna get blown up.
Yeah.
And you cannot do anything really with it. Yeah, it's not
Maybe
gonna
you
pay
like,
back the money, right?
yeah, no, you're gonna put like a Citadel in Tama and public access and
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
cool name on it, but
yeah.
like people will still probably shoot it, and you
Yep.
know,
You're gonna pay
who
people to
will,
defend it.
yeah, who will defend it? And there's like always going to be something, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. I would like stations in low sec. I would like stations in high sec too, but I don't get what I want. So anyway,
Yeah.
another question they asked was ship naming and station containers that we all been talking about and asking about.
Yeah.
And the answer is the ship naming and station containers in Eve is the only Eve is the only game that theoretically supports tens of thousands of different boxes per person. I'm not sure if we're gonna have tens of thousands each person, but we want 10. Can we have 20? But yeah, these two functions has not been released because they involve countless system and interfaces that has many functions and bugs. But we're actually using ships, right? We have frigates, not shuttles, but we have frigates where we put our stuff in. So it's the same thing, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking like the same. Like, why not make like a ship, but it's a container, and just put a container picture. And,
exactly.
So
give
it
easy.
stats that it has cargo hold, and just put them in there. But I don't know what. I think there's this kind of weird. They think of these containers as something different, possibly, that you can do.
I don't think they have thought about it at all, because it seems to be an easy solution, as you say. Make a ship, just make it look like a container.
But then
and call it container. But you can't fly it. Well, you probably can fly it the first days before they fix that. So that's gonna be awesome.
It would be cool. Flying a box.
Everything you have in it is accessible as you fly it. So like 100 guns, you can use 100 guns when you're undock with it for a couple of days. It would be
First
awesome.
You undock with your container.
What an amazing video that would be.
Then you suddenly eject all your belongings.
Yeah, when you die. Oh man, that would be hard. Shit. Sheev dies in a container. He lost 2,000 pulse lasers. C-type.
Then you
Damn it.
upgrade your container with gold nanocore and
oh yeah, and it
AI.
does it. Yeah, it just goes around and picks stuff up by itself. Would be so good.
You need to fit auto salvager.
Yeah, dude, that would be awesome actually.
Collecting more stuff.
Yeah.
The way.
And the stations in EVE Online, like the containers in EVE Online, they are really durable. The station containers, I don't think you can destroy them or something. So like no one could do anything. You could just go around and loot everything. That would be awesome. But yeah,
it would be just a Borg, Star Trek Borg cube, and
yeah, call it Allspark or something.
Yeah, that's the difficulties that the developers are struggling. Not easy.
Anyway, the question number 8 was about fleet hangars in Porpoise and Orcas and stuff, and they say that they have no plans to make it automated. There are no plans to actually have it, as I understood it.
No.
So yeah, we can just leave that one. I think because what?
It's like a EVE Online. I remember you had like carriers, and all the capital ships have these fleet hangars, and you can store ships, and then you can eject the ship into space, and then a capsuleer,
Yeah.
just a capsule, he can enter an empty ship in space,
Yes.
and then he can fly. And in our Eve Echoes game, we can't eject while the ship will stay in space.
Yeah.
We don't have that. So I kind of feel like this was kind of like wanting to have Eve online things in Eve Echoes, and currently I don't think that's kind of possible to have.
No. It's a cool feature for sure. I remember in EVE Online, when I was a pirate, how did we do that? We made people leave their ship, and then we took the ship. I can't remember like why they would do that, but we did that. I can't remember like what we said or what we did. Most of the time, we just looked at the ship and we'd be like, yeah, that's like 500 million, right? And some fittings on that. So yeah, give us 500 million or we kill you, and they send money. But there was times when we actually could make them. I can't remember why they did it. Maybe we gave them our ship in change. I can't remember. Maybe if they had a really expensive implant. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, interdiction nullifier, the 9th question. And they say that interceptor frigates can already accomplish many tasks. So here again, they actually think about something else. And I think that's the solution. But larger ships would not make larger ships would make a lot of gameplay worthless. There would be some advanced industrial, and then I have to change this image again. It's really hard to actually know which one of all this. It has to be this one. No? Damn it. Discord. What is going on here? Is it this one then?
Yeah, I kind of took the pictures and...
Yeah, you just put them randomly here. I did not think about this before we started.
I tried to put them in the right order, but...
Yeah. Okay, so here, as I'm clicking around, the new ships are good, and forces, as I missed that one, the Concorde ships, they say all players will also have a chance to get those ships for free. So then forces ships are going to be free, as they say. There's also questions about Tech 3 cruisers here. Where am I? Here. Oh, here's different questions. Hold on. Here's some new questions. Questions about tech level. What? This is interesting. Let me just see what that question was. Can I see that?
Yeah, at some point the developer, he started to answer like questions from different people at the same time.
Yeah, that's why this is so hard. I should have actually gone through this and put it up, but I didn't have time. As I said, I took hold. I tried to fix the computer, which is not fixed. But okay. The question was, the tier system was a great thing when the game launched. However, for new players, it's hard to catch up. Are there any changes planned to this system? I also gave this question to you, so we're going to have 2 answers on this one. The second question was almost a year ago, ship naming and state. Oh, that was that one. That was the station container one. So let me see. The tech level answer is we will gradually remove the tech restrictions on conventional ships and optimize the growth and reward mechanisms for players. So they're talking about removing restrictions on conventional ships. So that is everything up to what, like normal battleships, I would think.
Yeah, I think what is a conventional ship nowadays?
It should be like anything that's not a speciality, like a sniper or... Yeah, I think it's Tech 1 ships pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what I think they're talking about. Question 12. Statistics are very important for players in the game. However, we still have no public API. Is this something that is on the roadmap for this year? And the answer was too hardcore and too dependent on websites outside the game. It's not a high priority. If possible, we will enrich the various statistical data displayed UI within the game, which is one solution that we could actually pull from that to our own API that we do, like that we have the kill mails. So it's not really bad, but I mean, yeah, they're not gonna make a real public AI API, and we knew this. They've been saying that for a long time, and people say, well, they say stuff and they don't do it. Yeah, but they also say no. They don't say yes to everything and don't do it.
Yeah.
They actually say no and they say yes. So something is intended to be done, while other stuff is intended not to be done.
Yeah, that was Mario's question, and I remember when Mario had this question, and I was like, why do you ask when is API? Because you basically made the API, what we have right now.
Yeah.
And that's and we had a laugh when he said they said that it's too hardcore and
Yeah.
Mario has it already running. And I also think they should kind of consider maybe hiring Mario.
Yeah, they
and
could.
he will do it.
That would be good. That would be nice. Question 13. An upgraded bombard implant can be one shot. An upgraded bombard implant can one shot battleships. Is this expected behavior and by design? Question mark. The answer is, when given a choice, almost everyone chooses attack power, which everyone has done. Like you see fittings on ships today, like the a basic ship fit is damage modules pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
And with the implant, you melt everything. And that's been my issue for over a year, because I don't build my ships like that. And even if I put like 3 repairers and a shit ton of resistance, I still can't survive long enough. So their answer to this is actually that this year they will release gameplay that focus on defense and customizations, modules, and functions. There will be also some bonuses with fixed strength for the smaller ships, and more of the defense will be improved. So we will be able to tank more, which will basically make the implants do less damage, which I really like.
Yeah, it's I've actually know a guy. He has a Oracle 2 battle cruiser.
Yeah.
And he doesn't use any damage mods at all.
Yeah.
And with the Nanocore, he still has like 7,000 7k DPS.
Yeah.
And with the focus crystal implants. And so 7,000 DPS without any damage mods on a ship, because you have implants and good Nanocore with a bonus to damage.
Yeah.
So
the
this is kind of, they changed
strong.
a lot.
It might be. It might be a game changer. We just have to see. I just hope that it's gonna make PvP a little bit more interesting as it was in the beginning, and not as it is today, where you melt like right away. So question 40. Also, if they actually make the defense better, then the solo gameplay will actually come back a little bit for solo PvPers. Question 14.
Yeah.
T3 cruisers by any chance? And they were talking about the Legion, the Tengu, and the Loki, and all those T3 cruisers. And the answer is T3 cruisers are available, but they may not be immune to warp interference. I'm not sure, like, where are they? I mean, I have all the ships, man, and I don't have that one.
Yeah, I've actually, I played Eve online, and I used the T3 cruisers, tactical cruisers, and you can swap the modules of the ship to kind of have this warp disruption bubble immunity and cover tops cloak option on the T3 cruisers. That's why I used them, and I think like that is the main reason why people want those ships in Eve Echoes. So they had this warp bubble immunity, and that's why Cloud was like not not getting that.
Yeah, we're not
Like,
getting that
no.
part. It's for those who don't know it, Tech 3 has the ability to change the basic foundation of the ship. So instead of just having modules, you as we have on our ships, we have modules and then we have rigs to change our ships. Then on Tech 3 ships, you actually have I think it's called a sub modules. Oh, I can't remember, but
Yeah.
it actually changes like how the ship looks and everything. So,
Yeah.
and that has a module that basically makes you immune to warp bubbles. I think they changed it in EVE Online now. I don't think you have that anymore. But yeah, he's
Oh.
basically saying you're not gonna get that, and we already have the T3 cruisers. But I think he just, I don't know, something is wrong. Maybe we get it, maybe we're not. But if like, why would he say we're
Yeah.
not gonna get the immune to warp interference when we're not even gonna get the ships, right? So something is going on.
Yeah. It's a
We're
mystery.
probably gonna get it, but it's gonna be like the Fiend, you know, the Salias, you know,
Yeah.
the amazing ships that we got that in this game is not amazing. It's actually, you know, less amazing than the other one. No, it's not. They're actually very good, but they're also very expensive, so it's less used. Question 15. This is a long one. It was stated in the past that while NetEase could sell ships in boxes, they wouldn't. However, as we've seen over the last year, we received several new ships that you can buy for real life money out of these boxes. Why has NetEase changed their mind on this part and destroyed an already struggling area of the game that players like to be involved in? While also receiving significant community backlash to these boxes, will Titans and Doomsday just come in a box again? And the answer is weird. The answer is it's hard to say. He starts with it's hard to say because they might be in boxes, which they will be in boxes, of course. But he says, I don't have the decision making power. What I can do is try to make the economy run as stable as possible and make the market prosper and orders increase. So I'm gonna call it right now. We're gonna get them in boxes, but you are going to be able to build them. But the question is, are we going to build them or are we gonna get them in boxes again and again and again? Just like we get all these other ships that we can build and that we need to build, but we still get them with every new update. You can get the new strikers or the new navies and all this. You get that for free. So far we don't have enough, but everyone who plays have it. And unless we double the size in the player activity or the players overall, then we're not going to have a shortage of those ships. So we just see.
Yeah, I also kind of don't like the box ships, but then you start to think like if it's necessary to keep this game running to kind of make money, and I kind of feel like maybe the game is struggling a bit with the money making and making the investors happy, and so there will be like a lot of these boxes. And what I can see from my alliance chat, there's a lot of people like want to sell, want to trade these there's assault carriers what are now available. And I think Hale is a other content creator, and he does these videos and he calculates the money price to get the guaranteed stuff from these events, and he calculated like it's $280 US to get guaranteed plus the taxes. Finland has 24% tax, so it's like more than 300 euros
Oh
for
my
me.
God.
And yeah, I can't do that. And you get like 3% chance to get like an extra
Yeah.
assault carrier, and sometimes you can get lucky and you get 2 for 300 euros. And for me, that's like, this game is really expensive. Like,
It sure is, but
wow.
like, I don't want to sound like I support it in that regards, but what if a Titan were like $20? Would that be okay? You think that would be
then
better?
then I
Everyone have a
would
Titan?
take my last
I would
coins
probably
from my
quit the
wallet
fucking
and
game.
yeah, I would buy that. I was like, finally I can afford something
Yeah,
cool.
I would buy it and then not play anymore. Because
Yeah, then
I'm
everyone
happy.
would have it.
I'm happy with not owning like a Nyx, right? I want to own a Nyx,
Yeah.
but I'm happy I'm not, I'm happy I can't because I'm a rich guy in the game and I still can't buy it. Well, I can buy it, but uh, I can't support my because I don't rat when I do money in the game. I only
Yeah.
work market because I don't have time to rat. So I do my market every morning, every evening, and that makes me money every week.
Yeah.
But also like it doesn't make that much as compared to what I have. But since I have so much money in the circulation, it does give me a bunch of risk, right? And if I sell that and get myself a Nyx, then I would start over like I imagine like 1.5 year back with my like the currency that I have, and that's gonna be hard. Now I make more money as long as I don't spend that much. So I'm I mean I would say I'm fairly rich in terms of not paying that much in the game. But
You know that
I can't afford it.
Nyx is like 1 trillion, and
Yeah,
it's
120, right? Like
it's
1.2. Is it one?
uh,
Shit, I could probably buy one.
but I don't have that kind of money.
What are you
I'm
gonna
just
do with the
ratting.
Nyx anyway? I would just have it just because it's the most
Hey,
beautiful ship in the game.
I'll tell you a story. You know Badran?
Bedrun,
He's
yeah.
the top one
Yep, I know.
PvP. Uh, he sent me a Discord message like, "Hi Jubi," and blah blah, and suddenly like we talking, and I made a PvP video. He was the opponent, and we had this small gang called the Warthogs, and we attacked him and had a good fight and made a cool video, and he liked that a lot. And then he's suddenly like, "Hey, come, I'll invite you to Dormant Realms." He will just come to Dormant Realms, he said. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll put one of my accounts. I asked, okay, what ship do I use? He said like, use a Ibis. It's the noob ship. And I'm like, okay, no Epoch Navy, like I normally do the bus.
I see where this is
And
going.
yeah, then okay, I went to his team, and then we went to these capital dormant realms, and I don't remember the names, but it's I'll try to look what it's called. Law of the Deep,
Yeah.
and then there's this imprisonment in silence, and he started from the imprisonment and silence, and it has this big, really big sleeper monster, and I was like, I've never done this kind of, and he has a hell carrier and a nyx carrier with a golden, nanocores,
Yeah.
and he solo that thing like, I think less in 1 minute, with those ships, killed the level 10 sleeper monster with super carriers. I think he used the bombard implant and it just died. And I was like, okay, that was fast. And then he's like, okay, next he will do that laws of the deep, and you need to escort the Nestor in that place. And he's just killing everything. Like, I don't know. He made a world record. We got like this leaderboard reward afterwards, and I was like in a noob ship just watching, and I filmed a video from that, and I decided to make like this dance music mix bad run. I don't remember, it was like a DR10 bad run dance
That's
mix
good.
video, and a lot of people have watched it, and I put like dance music in it, and it's you know, I wanted to Badran to be proud and be can
Oh,
show
was
it
he?
to his family.
Was
Yeah,
he proud?
he was like, wow, that this is really cool, and he's happy. And I explained it why I used this type of music, and we did a little bit of talking, and then I took all his things like the thumbnail. It presents Badran playing Eve Echoes. It has this futuristic guy smiling with his goggles, and he was like, "That's really cool, yeah."
That's good.
But yeah, I always try to kind of make people happy. Like
Oh, that's
if you,
good. Yeah, you should. You should.
if you like send me a message like, Jubi, let's do a video or something, then I'll definitely try to do it very good, and like definitely like it's a professional, good cuts and good music, and you know.
Well, we
Yeah,
gotta do that. We have to do something. Except for this podcast, of course. But yeah, we'll find something out, you know. A mix with
yeah,
Jubi and Sheev would be nice. This
yeah.
question 16 is one of the bigger thing that I really like with this AMA. They're talking about the addition of size restricted content such as the Kalevala expanse has been a great addition for people who enjoy non-capital content or dislike being grouped up on higher tonnage ship. Are there more plans for this style of content in the future, similar to open world factional warfare or Dead Space complexes found in the
Oh, yeah.
parent game in EVE Online, which limits both size and type of ships that can enter so that low tech level ships and players can feel useful and rewarded within the game? The answer here was real faction wars in parentheses first in low sec. LP stores military rank system suitable for all players who are already being designed. So they're actually working on two things here. They're working on real faction wars in low sec, probably, you know, Amar versus Galento or whatever, and
Yeah,
LP stores for that, and military rank systems. Rank systems that they said they would never do because it's too hard. And
yeah.
they're actually giving us this or working on it.
Probably like a XP, kind of kill something, get points, and then it kind of shows your rank.
Yeah,
Kinda.
probably like protect this flag or station or something. And
Yeah,
if this is something that they're making, then that's gonna, you know, that's gonna be really big. This can be really big.
yeah. Maybe I think like a low sex will be like a real
Dude,
street fighting place.
jump into low sec. Like if basically um if you choose a race or a faction like a Mar, and I'm not talking about choosing a faction when you make your character, but like if you are an Amara character, you can choose Galent or whatever as your
Yeah,
low sec PvP group. And as soon as you go to low sec, there's stuff that you can do, pretty much like PI, but you kind of stand there with your ship and you gain points of being at certain areas or killing others. This would make the game great. Holy crap, this would
yeah,
be really good, and they're actually working on it. It really feels like that.
yeah. It's like a lot of things what Cloud said, that they try to maximize the fun
Yeah,
what people have playing this game. So that's a really good thing, but it worries me sometimes that how do they get the information what is fun, and what do they think is fun? Like if
True.
people do a lot of like reprocessing ore, and they think that's fun. So
Yeah,
you know,
that's what we don't know. I mean, even if we say low sec factional PvP is gonna be awesome, we have no idea what they're thinking about. You know, it could be
yeah,
something in the line of man, I don't even want to think about it, but you know, it could be something really boring. We don't know. We don't know.
yeah. I'll probably be sitting in Astero in those locations, farming
Yeah,
the points.
we will
Then
be
someone
sitting
comes
cloaked
in, and
somewhere, just
then I
sitting there.
just bombard one shot,
Yeah,
kill it, and go away.
yeah,
You know,
and we get
or
some
you have
LP.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, or if you imagine like a fleet of Asteros and bombers just sitting there, cloaked,
Mm.
waiting. Then you come in and they have like 100% after cloak target lock, and it just one shot you. Like, and
This is gonna be an issue.
yeah,
Yeah.
snipers warping around. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but I think like if you have like this elite PvP guys, they will be probably sitting at those places a lot. Like maybe like a full corporation decides that this is our thing we do, and they will do it very good, and
Probably.
you can't just go in with your solo Macarial and
Yeah, who knows?
like, yeah, you look like, in this system we have like 40 reds or neutrals. Maybe I'll go in and have a look, and you're dead.
Maybe we see how they manage that. But okay, question 17. Lancer Dreadnoughts are the first ship that has a unique slot on the ship for specific items, the Lancer superweapon. Now, this kind of technology has been added to Eve Echoes. Will this expand to existing ships, for example, covered up ships having a unique high slot added for the cloaking device, or scanning ships for a scanner, and so on? So what he basically say is, will we free one of our high slots or mid slots or whatever, and have this as built in? And their answer is yes, gradually.
Yeah,
We will also change some module slots. So Eve, like for example, the Astero with 4 launchers, maybe,
mm,
or not launchers because you have the cloak on the low, right?
yeah,
So how many lows does that one have? 4? No, 5, right?
3.
3.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So let's say they have 3, right? And maybe you don't have to, use one for a cloak, or they give it, a built-in thing, but still removes a low slot. I don't know. We see about it. They will change it, but they will also change the slots. So depending on what they do there, it could be good or bad.
yeah,
I would think keep the slots, and just give them the scanning ability as it is, and the ships with not, special, like that's not special with it, like special for it, they can still use it, but they will have to use their slots. But then the question is also like, if you have remote repairing ships, should you have remote repairing slots?
yeah.
Okay,
Or because
interesting.
like sometimes I see like a logistics battle cruiser, but it's fit with rapid missiles, and it's just sitting like a bait,
Yep.
and
You should see my battle cruiser. It's not like that, but it's different.
yeah.
I
So
love when I can
sometimes you
do,
can,
yeah. I have a blast changing the ships so that they are vastly different from what they're supposed to be. But yeah, we'll
I
see.
hope
This
you
can be
have
interesting.
been playing a lot with the Scorpion ships, because
Scorpions are
they
good.
can use any turret, any missile combinations.
Yeah, sure,
So
sure they can.
that's
They
a good.
don't have the best DPS though. But okay.
No,
Question 18. Will the mining nanocores ever get the ability to upgrade into gold nanocores? They have talked about this now, so it's not
yeah,
it's a fair question. Without the without library stats or AI available as the second main stat bonus is alone very strong for this ship. Oh man, that's so hard. I think even without
There's
library
actually
stats. So the question is, will they get the gold nanocore? And why will they get the nanocores? Because they're already so good. And the answer is yes. They already discussing when to update. They will not have an auto mining, maybe in the future, but not recently. The current price for PI materials is much higher than ores, so it is not okay. So you will get the gold nanocore, but you will not get the AI for mining vessels.
Yeah, there's I don't know.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's good, but I did have a conversation what was not included in this answer. It was like I was telling to Cloud that, oh boy, it would be so fun to hunt these AI mining fleets that are mining and have like a blast killing tens or 80 mining ships in one ship. And then Cloud started to like adding his opinion. He was like, yeah, actually that could be like a cool idea. And Mario said that they will only be in high sec. And then Cloud, he said, actually they can disable that, they cannot use them in high sec, so you could use only auto mining in low sec or null sec, and then basically
Are
you
you sure?
can hunt them. Yeah, we had
Okay.
this and
I
they
thought they
are in
talked
the
about,
pictures, but yeah.
I thought they talked about they can disable the auto mining, not the place the auto mining works. But okay, interesting though.
But yeah, that was like what I was thinking, like
So maybe,
maybe
yeah.
it can be like disabled in high sec, but you can
so
do
you can
it
only
in
use AI in low sec or no sec. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
yeah.
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 Let's see how many people who got balls to use those. Damn it. Yep, that's
Yeah.
crazy. But okay, we see. I think I heard it differently, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Question
Yeah,
19. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you want to say anything more about that?
yeah, I think it was like only for the auto mining, not basically the AI ratting in the high sex.
Yeah, hey, yeah. I mean, auto mine, it's still auto mines, right? You go in, you activate it, you don't have to target. So it's still kind
Yeah,
of like auto mining, but you still, what is it, like
but
13
imagine,
minutes? Yeah.
yeah, and how stupid it is with the current mechanic that you need to activate the AI when you dock and undock.
Oh, yes,
And
yes, dumb.
yeah, so you need to dock and like empty your ore and go back. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know if
if
you're
you
too
should,
lazy
yeah.
to just select the asteroid belt and warp.
I mean, I'm not for auto mining, but if we should have auto mining, it should, damn dock by itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Um, Question 19. As for following up to question 17, will dedicated combat exploring ships be released or have more support for this playstyle? So basically, are they gonna be more supportive for the playstyle that they have? Currently, I use a Phantasm with a CyberX core to unlock the 4th mid slot. That's a good one. For a scanner to hunt down dead space sites to find, and he finds this playstyle very super fun. However, dedicated ships like Tech 3 cruisers designed for this activity. Interesting. We don't even have T3 cruisers, but okay.
No.
While being able to hack at the same time would be to enrich it for everyone who wants to play this style of gameplay. Okay, so basically,
Yeah. It's a weird one.
it's a weird one. What he asks is, are we gonna get T3 cruisers? Basically,
Yeah, kind of.
because he has a CyberX, Phantasm that does the work, but he want to have more suitable ships.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's
because if
talking
you
about T3 cruisers.
yeah, because if you do exploration, you will need the blue scanner and both hacking
Yeah.
modules. So you will use 3 slots in the mids, and then you have like 1 slot you can use as a web or scram or something. And I don't know what he's talking, but like if he wants to do like Dead Space, he probably needs like combat mid slots in there.
Probably.
And
But I think he's asking for T3 cruisers basically, or new ships that is dedicated to hunting down Dead Space sites just to hack. The answer here is really interesting. First, he say there are already enough big ships, so I don't think we can call Tech 3 cruisers big ships because they never do that. They call battleships small ships. So what he means is there are already enough big ships in the game, so they will not add more big ships, but they will be there will be a lot of addition to the gameplay content of small ships. So he's saying basically that we're not going to get that much big ships now. We're going to get stuff for smaller ships, which might actually be the Phantasm. So it's a good answer. It's very vague. It does like, okay, so we get more content, but he's asking about ships, but interesting answer. Question 20. Will there be an ability to relocate a T4 citadel in the system? Since you cannot downgrade the citadel, it makes it possible to rotate it or place it in a different location within the system. That's a good question, and that should be possible, I think. And they actually say it will be possible within several months. So, yeah. Also, the answer is gold cores, possibly in several months too early than relocate function. Gold cores for what? I don't understand that answer, like gold cores. So we're gonna get gold cores for citadels? I don't know.
I think there was like a...
People is answering with the question marks. So I don't think anyone understands.
No, I remember this one because it was my question. I had like additional question that can you repack gold nanocores and stuff.
That makes sense.
So he kind of said to that question that will be possible to probably change and repack and do something different, because right now you can't do anything after it's upgraded to gold.
Yeah, I know. They talked about this before too, that gold cores will be able to, like in the future, but not now. They're still working on the purple one. Question 21. Will we have character customization or accessories to make the characters more unique? Possible to customize your avatar within the game? And the answer is yes. And then they say first are medals, which is not really what we're talking about.
No.
And then they say this has little impact on fun, so it's not a high priority. So the answer is yes, maybe more medals, which no one cares about really. Well, some like there's some medals that's nice, I guess, but I mean it's not like it's not standing out that much. Them. We want to have either either if we can change our characters in 3D, or we can just have different like more pictures, right?
I remember this one these are my questions, and like in EVE Online or Skyrim or Oblivion, you used like hours before you start the game to customize your character, how it looks, what kind of nose he has, and tattoos and shit. And I was thinking to ask, like, can we have like something like this? And in EVE Online, you can like make this character buy clothes in the stores, and then you take the picture of your character, and it is the avatar picture what you see. I was like thinking more of that kind of stuff. I enjoy that a lot. Like I don't know why it's not fun for people, but for me it's like, you know, it's like playing Sims games, and you kind of character
That sounds
customize
fun.
your family.
You know, yeah, I think this is not gonna happen. We're not
No,
gonna be
we
able
get
to do it in 3D, you know, and change stuff. But I think more people like it than we think. I'm one of
yeah
those guys who sit hours thinking about like how did this character become the way it is today, and how is it gonna look? Like I can do that for hours. And I remember a couple of times when I played with my brother back in the day, and I did that in pretty much all the games. I sat down and I start doing that for a couple of hours before he even start playing the game. And then he starts playing the game, and he also does it, but he does it, you know, he want to make the most ugliest, you know, piece of garbage that he could do. So if he could like squish the arms and lengthen the legs and look
yeah
like I don't even know, and green and blue and a big nose, and you know, yeah, it looks
yeah
so fun. And that's his thing, because then he can go around and collect the biggest armors, like, but it looks
yeah
shit because nothing fits. And it was,
yeah
I think it's amazing, but I don't think we're gonna get that here in a couple of years. But what I suggested like 2 years ago, I said, if that is too hard, then just let someone who's good at like uh, painting or whatever to make all
yeah
these characters, and then they can make for example, like 40 Sancha characters, and then 40
yeah
Gorista characters, and then a couple of more um, throughout, you know, all the races that we have. And if not, we're just, you know, picking whatever we want to have. They could have it as in like, if you got good oh my god, words if you have good reputation with, for example, Sanchas, then you could actually unlock these pictures and get one of those, right?
yeah
That would be very simple compared to doing it in 3D. And we would have, like, we could see on a character like, oh shit, he lives down in Quirius or whatever, because he has that, you know, he's been hunting those rats, so he got that.
yeah
That would be a really nice thing. But yeah, it's something, we're gonna get something, but we're not sure
yeah
what.
there's in some games that you have like pre-selected faces and body types, and you know,
Yeah.
not to a bit ruin your brother's uh, thing, but kind of not make it so crazy that you can do like they have like tentacle arms and
Dude,
stuff,
he's not
you know.
listening to this. If he
Yeah,
does, he would laugh. But yeah,
yes, like a little bit, you know,
yeah, a
make a
little bit.
difference,
Yeah, of course. Like, why not? You
because
know, it's easy.
I've I've been looking at my own avatar almost 4 years, and it looks the same. You know, I would like to add like a, I don't know, something different, like eye patch or something. You know.
Yeah, I really dislike when I go into low sec, for example, like in or null sec, and there's one guy there and he has the same pick that I do.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I chose this my character because I was thinking no one will use this, and like sometimes I see the same face, then I get kind of confused because he looks the same like me, and you know.
Who am I?
Yeah, like who is that?
Did you know there's a couple of Sheev Palpatine in the game with the same picture that I do, like the same
Oh yeah.
picture? And
Uh,
yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But okay,
yeah,
question
I
22.
had
Yep.
in my character name I had this unique uh, letter what has a
AE.
AI.
AI. Oh.
Yeah, so you can do similar, but it's never the same. But still, I don't know if there's like Jubi murderers going on and talking trash, and you
Imposters.
know, imposters, or
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't know. Pretty much, it's
It's fans, man.
normal. Yeah.
It's just fans. Like they took their time to try to make it as close as yours. It's good.
Yeah.
Some people are really like one is called Sheev Palpatine, and he has like a dollar sign for the S, and you can't really
Yeah.
see it. So it's like, damn, there's nothing wrong with his name. Like, how can he actually like do this? And then I saw it was like a dollar sign or whatever. Someone has L and
Yeah.
I's, like small I and small L's,
Oh
whatever.
boy.
It's crazy. Zeros and O's. But okay, question 22. Many ships in the market do not appear in the ship tree. When will they be added? And the answer is we plan to decrease ships and maybe not need to show as many. Oh, that's what you talked about.
Yeah.
I think they're decreasing the ships in the tree, I think. Because they also talk about changing the check level. And if you don't need all the ships, like many ships will be probably tech 1 or tech 2, so they probably gonna just merge it into like from tech 6 or whatever, then you start to see ships or something. I think that's what they're talking about. They're not gonna decrease, like they cannot take ships from my hangars, man.
No, but I start to worry that like they will kind of no longer be available. Then you have this weird slasher one.
Dude,
And
never sell
ship.
that one. Keep, like
Yeah.
everyone who's listening to this podcast, I'm telling you, if you want to make money and they remove ships, do never keep, like do never give away your ship. It's gonna be really expensive. One of the most expensive ships in EVE Online is actually a ship you cannot get anymore. They took it away 2006 or 5, and if you have
Yeah.
it, it's like more expensive than Titans. So always keep your ships if that would happen. Question 23. Will there be an update to faction war games? Many people seem to have really long waiting time, like 20-30 minutes. Man. Really? You get in after 30 minutes? I think it was longer.
I was one time waiting and it was over 30 minutes. Then
Yeah,
I was
over.
like, I
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah.
I
I
wanted
think
to
I
go
waited
like
for
a
an hour
solo.
and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go and,
No.
I don't know, cut my hair or
Yeah,
something.
because you and me, we have Science C, and you can basically to make like 300 million per hour if you could, and
Yeah.
you're waiting that time. You're like, I feel stupid. Why I'm not just farming ISK normally? Get more stuff out of that, and I really
Dude.
wanted to
Yeah.
get like a high rank in there. I
Oh
have
yeah, me
good,
too.
yeah, I have frigate skills, almost maximum, and I bet I could kill someone in there.
Yeah, I bet you could. I bet you could. But you know what Captain Benzi says? You don't need to make money. You just need to have fun. Get a rifter and go and do something fun for a couple of hours, because that's the real gameplay. You don't need to make money, right? That's what he's saying. You can do some fun stuff that doesn't give you shit. That's good too. That's fun.
Yeah,
But okay,
it depends.
it depends.
Kinda.
Sure, it depends. But it's not as easy as you make it sound. But okay, there's also the rank needing to purchase the cool stuff, and I can't get it. That's true. The rank is hard to get in faction war games. It's harder than ISK actually, and there is some good stuff in that you can buy and make some good money, especially if you're alpha and you do this. If you actually get into the games, you can actually purchase some really nice stuff that gives money on market. So that's a really cool thing. Their answer is minor update about the old faction war games. So I'm not sure if they're gonna do some updates on this one, and the low sec faction is gonna be something different. I hope that it's gonna be a different LP, a different type of loyalty points, and not the same.
Yeah.
But okay, yep. Did you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, like I think like you need to currently play faction war games to be like in the highest rank to buy the Sisters of Eve or
those, yeah.
Yeah, so you can build the Nestor and the I don't remember more what's a legion?
Mordu's Legion.
Mordor's Legion.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of hard to get, and people screaming that the faction drone prices are crazy, and should kind of, I don't know, make it easier to get more people playing that game mode, so you can get a proper match.
Yeah.
Like with few minutes waiting time. It would be like cool thing, but
Yeah.
they probably do that low sec Street Wars.
Oh yeah, I hope they do, man. That's gonna be
Yeah.
I'm gonna live there. That's gonna be really fun. I hope it's gonna be really fun. I'm just talking out of my ass right now. We have no idea how they do it, but if they, use a little bit of their brain, they could probably make it fun. I have hope for it.
I think they will do the same like the Verge of Silence, but it's in low sec, and you need to scan down the beacon in there.
Okay.
And,
and then you cloak, and then you sit there. Yeah, it might be. It might be.
Or
I have a cloak.
grinder.
I have a couple of cloak ships. I can run them over there and just hang there. But if you're
it's really hard nowadays. You have these super. You have a lot of these super carriers,
dude,
and
I
they
just
have
went
the
in
fighters.
I just went in with my sciencey. No one did shit.
But you just go into middle, put drone orbit to 10 kilometers, then you will decloak everything inside.
Oh, you mean like that? Yeah, true.
Yeah, then you kill them, who is like sitting cloaked.
True. That's true. You mean it's hard to sit encloaked? Yeah, I got it. Okay, question 24, dude. This is gonna be the longest podcast ever. This is gonna be awesome. Can we have something similar to reset skills, but for resetting implants level from implants to implant? Oh, you mean changing reset the skills or change? This is your question, right? You're asking if we can change the implant that we have into another one and keep the levels. No?
Yeah, kind of like if you have like level 45 bombard and you're like, I don't like this one, and you have like a artillery, then you just kind of reset your
one
implant to 0. Yeah, and then you use the implant experience to another one.
Yeah,
and
if you have it, right?
Yeah,
I think it's great. I have implants that I have duplicates of, so that would be a great thing.
Yeah, but like I use support projection, but then I was thinking like, this is not like you kill people kind of implant if you compare to focus crystal or cannons. So I would basically just suck everything out of the support projection and just put it somewhere else, kind of, same like resetting skills.
Yeah, I think, or maybe we can do it with nanites, maybe change the implants. I don't know.
Oh boy, no. Then I can't do it anymore.
I know, that's my idea. We make a change that doesn't make you happy. That's how Bensi would see it. He would be like, I don't have nanites, man. This fucking game. Fucking hate it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not I don't dislike Bensi. I just think it's funny. I laugh so much before I make my videos about it. So I don't laugh as I do it, because I think it's just I think he's funny, but I also think he's childish. And he doesn't really understand some stuff. If I feel that, or he do, but he just uses this to get, people watching, because I don't know, man. He cries about stuff that's actually good, and then I feel like I have to say something.
He has a strategy.
Yeah, probably have.
Because some YouTubers, they like, if there's a new game or something, then the game is good. Everyone makes videos about that, like this is a good game. Then suddenly some guy makes a video that this is an absolute terrible game, and then people are more interested to go and see why this is a terrible game, and then suddenly
It's
that
clever.
video is the top video of that category. And
So
I think it's something like this.
so I should call this podcast something along the line with the worst podcast host and what would we call, like, what are you in a podcast? Like, if I invite you, you're a guest. So the worst podcast host and guest ever. And then people are like, what is this?
And destroy Eve Echoes.
Yeah, and Eve Echoes is not good. We talk about AMA, and I just barfed in my mouth. Okay, and then people watch it. We see what I come up with.
Maybe.
Question. There's two more questions. Questions 25. Will there be a way to know that? Oh, will there be a way to swap implants in space? And the answer is swap implants in space. Yes, with cool time, with cooldown time. I can't read this word. With cooldown time and limits. Holy moly! What's wrong with my face? I can't read. Okay, so yeah, you can do it with cooldown time and limits. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's a good thing, because if you undock and you'd be like, oh, holy crap, I'm in the wrong one and I don't want to dock because I got a couple of jumps, you can do it in space. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Question.
And the limits are good because, like, we talked about, like, you have like a bombard, then you use it to one shot
and then you
something,
change it.
and then you change to
Yeah.
aerospace tactics, and
Yep.
then you suddenly
Definitely.
have 400-kilometer range, and
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
so you need like have like no combat timer,
Yeah.
and like 1 hour cooldown between changing. Maybe you can't be so sloppy that you forget to change it many times.
Agree.
So, yeah, so that's a
Definitely.
good.
The last question 26. What inspired the development team of Eve Echoes to create specific gameplay mechanics or feature unique to Eve Echoes? And how do they see these elements evolving in the future to enhance the player experience? The answer is I can't say what others do, like there are so many, but I have my own method. And one of them is play countless of games. Now this kind of scares me because other games is not Eve Echoes at all. So playing, Bubble Witch Saga is not going to help it. And I mean, he's probably
Counter-Strike.
He probably like Counter-Strike. So he's like, yeah, it's for Eve Echoes, he tells his boss. And they'd be like, yeah, okay, keep playing. And he just don't give a shit. But okay, he played countless of games, summarized the features from Counter-Strike, and tried combinations and innovations from Counter-Strike to conduct gameplay verifications based on Counter-Strike. He makes proposals to the devs and analyze the actual data from Counter-Strike, I guess. And he proposed improvements plans for Eve Echoes. Then he says EVE Online is a game with 20 years. There is a lot of learning and discussing. So playing Counter-Strike to help this game and not playing... I mean, I don't think he's playing EVE Online. I really don't, because then he would see like, yeah, this is some good stuff. We should use it. So he's playing other games, like other mobile games, probably. And they're not actually using what EVE Online, like with over 20 years of experience, and not like 20, it's not been good for 20 years. It's not like that. It's been ups and downs, and some has been shit. Otherwise, other stuff has been good, and it's not perfect today, but they have control over the situation, I would say, and they know what they're making. They know what's going to happen when they do some stuff, and the developers in this game, like, because it's such a short game so far, they don't have it. and they should listen to what people say. And people like me who played EVE Online for almost 20 years, right? Like 16 years. I do see the issues, and there's many more people who see the issues, and we tell them, and they don't really listen. So I'm not sure what really he means by this. He probably look at other games, like how they monetize that game, and try to do it in the same way here. But yeah, not the best ending question.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to kind of get a lot of like more insight in the development process, kind of how do you do things and stuff. And okay, you of course we play other games, and then we're like maybe thinking like I like this feature in this game, and maybe we can use this in that game, and making these kind of. But if you think like what is the most popular mobile games, it's probably Call of Duty mobile, and I don't know, I recently Honkai Star Rail, it's like an anime style game, and it was like the best mobile game of last year. And kind of I would like to kind of know more what games does he play and like, and think how to do it. But yeah, very kind of open question. He can say and tell what he wants.
Yeah, I think well, there are not that
but
many
hopefully
people
not
doing it.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, hopefully not Counter-Strike. Hopefully
Or
not. But
GTA.
man. Yeah,
Vice
but
City.
you know, I think that it's not easy to answer that question. Probably, like if you would ask me, like, how do I
Yeah.
make my videos, I would explain it differently. But
Yeah.
If let me see how I can phrase this one.
Yeah, this question was made just to make it very difficult to answer, and like very.
Yeah,
It took
yeah,
me a while to make this,
it's a good
but it's a
question. I
nice
don't like the
question.
answer.
Yeah.
They should have said, well, we are looking into player retention, player comments, what the game, uh, they have these graphs and shit. So like pretty much like what
Yeah.
we look at when we do videos, right? I make a video, I put it out, and then I see like whatever 600 views or whatever. It doesn't tell me much, but
Yeah.
I can go into the analytics and I can see, okay, they're watching for 5 minutes and then they stop watching. So what,
Yeah.
like, wasn't it interesting after 5 minutes? Like, and then I watch my video and I see like, oh, okay, so I stopped with some jokes here and then it was no jokes for a minute, and that's where people left, right? They do that in the game as well. Like they do whatever they do, put out boxes, and they see, okay, so they buy a lot the first week and then it drops off, and if we sell this box, then they buy more. So they should have answered something like that, like this is how we.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But if you think like NetEase Games, the company,
Yeah.
it is then the thing how people are the known thing. How to say it? I also don't. My English is not the best, but the thing of the company, their special thing is to make other games like PlayStation or PC games and make it to mobile.
Oh
Kinda.
yeah. So
That's
yeah, probably.
their thing.
Yeah.
So of course they have like developers looking at like other games in PlayStation or maybe other types of games what they can kind of change to mobile, make it a
Yeah.
mobile version, and
That doesn't have to be
hunting.
bad.
No, there's a lot of games I would wish I could play on iPad,
Yeah.
and some they do XCOM, for example. You can play it on iPad, and I like those games. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things. Now you
Sure.
can play the new Resident Evil on iPad, but I heard the
I saw
controls
that.
suck. Yeah, I read the comments and people were like, the controls, the touch
Of course it
screen is
sucks.
so slow, and
Yeah, of course.
they will always eat you alive. And then it's like a true horror game because your movement is not so good,
The
and you're
movement,
like,
yeah. The movement in
yeah,
Resident Evil 1 was shit too. But that made the
yeah,
game, man. I couldn't see anything. You went into a room and then it's like all you heard was like, oh, you're like, where the fuck is that? And then you like
yeah,
go like one step and then they grab you and you're dead. So that was
yeah,
like trial and error the whole game, but it was a great game nonetheless. And
yeah,
yeah, I mean they remade uh uh man, what was that game called? Titan Quest to mobile. That worked really
yeah,
nice. So I mean, there's ways to do it, and I, I mean, this is a hard game. This is a
yeah,
hard game to. I mean,
yeah. When
not like if you make Eve Online on mobile like straight over,
yeah,
like who in the right mind would start playing it really, like if you're not talking about Eve Online players, like if you're talking about people from 8 to I don't know 12 years to I don't know, like what's the age gap, like 30, like
yeah,
12 years to 30, who's gonna play Eve Online, like yeah,
yeah,
it's not the most action filled game, like until you get anywhere. It's
yeah.
not easy.
I was like when I almost 4 years ago, when Eve Echoes was launched, I was like, I don't believe it's going to be any good because like I've played Eve Online a lot, and I was like, how can you fit all that into a mobile screen and be able to
Yeah.
read? Like, come on. Like, okay, I also have an iPhone and I play this game, and I don't know, I do have a good eyesight, but some text is very small, even in like this current Eve Echoes
Yeah, you need to have a bigger
style.
phone,
So yeah,
a bigger
I
iPhone.
need to have a magnifying glass soon to read.
You can
Or
probably buy like one of those what do you got microscopes that you can like put it on. But
I
yeah.
want the one eye, eyeglasses, the
Yeah.
monocle.
Yeah. But it's interesting because as you say, like people say bad games, bad controls or whatever. But have you played I got kids, right? So I play a
Yeah,
bunch of kids games with my kids. We
yeah,
played recently one game called Mine Tap because they're like
yeah,
Minecraft, right? And
yeah.
they said, "Hey, Dad, we found a Minecraft on mobile."
Mm,
And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I know it exists, right? But it's not Minecraft. It's Mine Tap. So it's actually
yeah,
you just merge two stone. Oh, sorry, merge two stones, and then you
yeah,
get like a coal, and then you merge more to like two more stones, and then you get one more coal, and then you can merge the coal, and you get like gold, and that's
yeah,
what you do in the whole game. So you just merge and merge and merge and merge, and I quickly like calculated in my brain that if I would like to have diamonds, I had to
yeah,
merge like 2,000 times, and that's
yeah,
like one diamond, and that was not even the end of the game. You could like there was so much more. So it's like a lifetime of just merging stones in like
yeah,
on a square, and I would say that's a bad game, but I'm no scientist, I don't know, but that's like a crap game in my opinion. And you
yeah,
look at other games, and it's basically the same today. And then you have Eve Echoes, and it's like it's a whole other ball game, and people are like
yeah,
it's crap. Like, yeah, you know
yeah,
what? How about you take your phone and then you like go and sit somewhere and you create a better game, all right? You make us a better
Yeah.
game, and hopefully no one says it's bad. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like, probably the president is gonna play your game and be like, oh, this is the shit. But I don't think so.
Yeah, I also played like a lot of people play like Call of Duty Mobile, and
Yeah.
you know,
Is it
and
good?
I played. I was in the top rank, and then and then suddenly the people who plays that game, they do this run, slide, jump combination. So the
Okay.
character is basically like sliding and jumping and doing these weird things. And you know, I've been in army, and I kind of play the shooting games like I used to be, and you know, kind of from cover to cover, and you know, and then I see a lot of people just sliding and jumping all over the place, and it's just hard to hit them, and they shoot you with some kind of shotgun or something, one shot thing, and then you're like, God damn, this is the highest legendary rank in the game, and everyone is doing that stuff, and it's kind of was that it, and in that point I was like, this is not fun anymore. I can't compete with this because it's supernatural
Oh,
to
they're
move
fucking
like
good.
that.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
You're not as good
I look,
anymore. That's why you don't
yeah,
like it.
I suck in that, and I was like, how do they do it? They have like the sensitivity set to highest, and
Yeah.
button combinations, and shit, I
The-
suck.
I played Quake Arena when I was younger. When I had a reaction time of I don't know, say something that has a quick reaction time, because that was a bad joke. But I
Yeah.
was really quick, and I got into the higher tier of players. Like, I was crazy good. And when you're really good at that game, you rocket jump all over, right? You bunny jump
Yeah.
and rocket jump, and you climb with your plasma rifle. And I was really good at it. I was really quick. I knew where people were. But as soon as I got into, almost like not world pro, but pretty close, right?
Yeah.
I started meeting these people who were, the nanosecond quicker than me, and I had no chance. No
Yeah.
chance. It's like I'm faking that I'm going right, and then they know exactly that I'm gonna end up at that spot, so they're gonna rail me, right? But I'm faking
Yeah.
it, so I'm going the other way because I'm clever. And then I'm faking again, so I'm going back to the other side. So I'm actually gonna end up at that point at a different time. And as soon as I peek, they're there. It's like bing. Like, how the fuck did they see that? How did they anticipate that I was gonna go forward? It. So I get frustrated, right? And I think if you look at speedrunners today, dude, like, it's just that people are fucking good. It's the same in this game. Well, sure, you can buy some stuff and get implants and stuff, but I mean, you can do it in different games. And the fact that people calling it a bad game, I just get so annoyed because they're just crappy gamers.
Yeah. But hey, sometimes people can use these cheats and
Of course.
kind of a version of the game
Of
that
course.
is enhanced. Like we have in Eve Echoes. Did you know that you can basically finish any mission in 1 second? And
What do you mean
you have
mission?
like mission. You do missions like you kill one NPC and it's done. You get the rewards and go to next. Like
No, I don't know.
that's why. Yeah, and there was like a speed hack. Basically, your ships go faster, and but this was like, that's why they did the security update for the jailbroken devices. And yeah, you could do all sorts of weird things
Yeah,
in
well,
games, even in mobile games like this.
yeah, definitely
Whatever,
mobile
like,
games. I understand. I'm not saying that's okay. I'm saying if you're a good player, then you're a good player. If you're a crappy player with a ton of money, you're still gonna lose that shit.
yeah.
And If you're a crap player, but you play other games on mobile where you put a ton of money, then you don't have to be good. You still win because you have more power or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a different game, but of course you can pay your way to richness like here. Even if you can't, let's say you get the best nanocore and the best upgrades and you have the best implant, right? And you don't have any friends because you're an idiot or people don't like you, then someone else is gonna have half what you have, but they have 20 more people and they kill you.
Yeah.
This game is not meant for solo PvP. It's meant for big alliance fights, really, and everything below that is what it is, and you can do whatever you want. So the real big PvP like pay to win thing is actually big alliances, and no one is crying about that, right? So it's just a means of crying because, as people say, get good and don't cry. I mean, of course, fuck, I get pissed off when I lose too. Like the last PvP that we did, the one-on-one that we had. Holy crap, I've never lost so much in my life. Like in a row, live, on live stream. I was like, dude, I really want to like dive through my seat, like run away because I felt ashamed, right? Because I'm good at PvP, but I couldn't do this. And the reason was people are really good. People have good gear and they are, decent or good. And having put a little bit of money in the game can actually put a decent player into a better player, which is fine. I think it's fine. And yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to cope with that. Like a little bit of PvP, like pay to win, is not too bad.
Yeah, I like this Eve echoes a lot because I haven't spent any money, and still you can get most of the things in the game. Like basically you can get a super carrier, but you can't get the nanocore for this. And I'm very happy that like this game gives a player a good chance to be also very powerful without the actual need to spend money. But the money, very expensive this game.
It sure is. But this podcast was free for everyone. I want to say thank you so much, Jubi. We've been sitting here for, I have no idea, because my computer has crashed 3 times. So I got four separate recordings. I think we are close to 1.5 hours, probably. Maybe even 2 hours. I will release everything just as raw as I can. If there's some smaller things, I might just cut it so it's not, we don't have too much air. But I think this was a really good. I had a really good time, and if people who watch this like listen to this, because I'm gonna have just like an image of AMA. I think there's not gonna be any video, but if you guys like this type of podcast where it's very very free, we talk some shit and we have some like a couple of laughs. If you want Jubilees back, I mean, we could probably fill a couple of more hours here talking about different things. Just let us know. Put a like in the video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't. There's gonna be events. I will probably put Jubilee with me doing some events like together or something. I don't know. We can figure something out. I can stand for the gifts and you can stand for the jokes, Jubi. How about that?
Yeah, maybe I can get some of those duo megas.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. I can't give that away, so that's good.
Yeah, thank you for having me in the show, and it's always good to come and talk. And sometimes we haven't spoken for weeks, and this is one way to kind of catch up and ask how you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I as I said, had a really good time. I And I don't know what to say, really. Is it okay if I
I
start
blow your
crying?
mind.
No.
It's okay.
No, I know what I have to do. I have to fix my damn computer. Oh, man. Oh, shit. It's gonna be it's gonna be a nightmare.
I can send you a few videos what I found in YouTube. It's
Yeah,
you know
do it.
how to fix your PC, and you
Oh, shit, man.
there's
There's
the
only
guy
one way, I think.
explains.
Yeah.
No, there's I don't remember the programs, but they're free programs to download, and it cleans your PC, repairs everything, cleans all your
Yeah.
like everything. And I did it for my laptop, and it took me like almost 2 days. It ran the program, and it
For
found
2 days?
2 days, yeah. And then it found like 16,000 some kind of trash and whatever, and it kind of cleans it up, deletes everything, and it's like it's totally free. That's what they do in
All
the
right.
PC repair shops,
You
basically.
yeah, you send me those and I look at it,
Yeah.
because free in my head means virus.
Yeah,
But you know,
I
I
know.
look at it. If I feel like I try it, like I might as well try it. If it doesn't work,
Yeah,
then I have to, what do you call it? Like,
I
I
did
don't know,
it.
like kick the, I don't know, take away everything I have on the computer, like everything, really, start it over again. You send me that, I look at it, but maybe I have a PCU problem or like a CPU problem or whatever.
Yeah.
We see. Thank you so much, Jubi. I have to fix this before my computer shuts down again. Get that
All
out.
right.
And thank you again for a
Yeah.
wonderful evening, my man.
Yeah.
And I
And
hope,
see you next time.
yeah, I see you soon, probably. Take care, man.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.